It's like a switch flips. One moment I'm fine, and the next, I'm lost in the orbit of someone who barely knows I exist. This isn't some game. It's this cycle, this heartbreaking loop I just can't seem to escape. I pour so much, my energy, my thoughts, my hopes, into people who give back. Well, nothing, or pretty close to it. And the most painful part? I know it's happening. Again. So, this is me, trying to make sense of it, trying to figure out why I keep putting myself through this. Why do I chase people who so clearly don't care? Usually, it starts pretty subtly. Maybe a tiny flicker of interest from them, or maybe it's just my own head. You know, painting this picture of what could be. But the one thing they always have in common? Their distance. It's like their unavailability is some kind of magnet. I've started to wonder if maybe, just maybe, I'm drawn to this emotional distance because true closeness feels terrifying. It's a strange paradox, isn't it? To crave connection so deeply, yet to consistently choose paths that lead away from it. Truth is, going after someone who's emotionally unavailable, it's like it sets up this protective wall. It's a way to avoid really being seen, that raw feeling of exposure. It lets me feel like I'm trying, you know, without ever really having to risk genuine intimacy and all the vulnerability that brings. And then, of course, there are those whispers from way back, the echoes of a past where perhaps love felt conditional, distant, or something I had to earn. These kinds of patterns, they often run deep, sometimes all the way back to childhood, to those first relationships where we learn what love and connection are supposed to feel like. If your emotional needs weren't met consistently back then, if care felt like a roll of the dice, it's almost like your internal compass gets a bit off. You might unconsciously find yourself pulled toward situations that feel familiar, even the painful ones. It's almost like you're trying to rewrite an old script, to finally get it right with someone who reminds you of those early unmet needs. It's a heavy thing to realize, that who I'm chasing today might have more to do with yesterday than I ever thought. And I've got to be honest here. There's a part of this chase that is, well, it's addictive. Those super rare moments when they actually give you a tiny bit of attention? Yeah, it's like a drug. A text back after days of nothing, a quick smile, that one moment where you feel seen. It's this rush, this high, that on-again, off-again attention, that unpredictable hot and cold. It's a total emotional roller coaster. And for the longest time, I confused all that chaos, that desperate need for the next hit of validation, with actual deep connection. But that's not love, is it? It's more like being hooked on the not knowing. A thrill that keeps me coming back, even when the low points are just awful. Underneath all this chasing, there's usually this deep, deep need for validation. If I'm being totally honest with myself, sometimes my self-worth feels so fragile, like it all hangs on whether or not I can get the attention of someone who's hard to get. It's like, if I could just win over that uninterested person, it would finally prove something to myself. That I am worthy. That I am enough. But that's a messed up way of thinking from the get-go, isn't it? Trying to get validation from people who aren't willing or able to give it? It's like trying to fill a cup with a hole in it. It's just a temporary fix, a fleeting feeling of being important that disappears the second their attention shifts. And then I'm left feeling even more empty than before. And so, yeah, the picture starts to get clearer. Painfully clearer. It's not really about them, the people I chase. It's about me. It's about my own fear of being really seen, of being vulnerable enough for a real relationship. It's about those old wounds, still whispering their insecurities, telling me that love is something you have to fight for, something you earn from afar. It's about this wrong idea that my value is somehow linked to my ability to win over someone who couldn't care less. Realizing this doesn't magically fix a thing. There's no switch to just turn off these patterns that are so deeply wired in. But understanding it, that feels like the first real step. recognizing that I've been looking for safety in arms that aren't really open, chasing ghosts from my past and confusing a chemical rush for actual connection. Feeling pretty raw and exposed, but also a lot more aware. This understanding doesn't mean the urge to chase has just disappeared overnight. That path is carved pretty deep in my emotional map. But now, when I feel that old pull, that magnetic tug towards someone distant, there's this new, quieter voice inside asking, hold on, why? What am I really looking for here? It's about learning to actually sit with that uncomfortable feeling, to face the fears I've been trying to outrun by chasing after other people. It's about trying to find that validation inside me, instead of in the hit or miss attention of someone who doesn't really see me anyway. It's a journey, I know that. And it's definitely not going to be a straight line. There'll be slip-ups. But for the first time, it really feels like I'm finally looking in the right direction. Inwards. So that's my truth, where I'm at right now. It's messy, it's still happening, and it's just human, you know? Breaking this cycle isn't about finding the right person so I can stop chasing. It's about understanding the why deep inside me. It's about learning to give myself the care and attention I've been so desperately trying to get from other people. If any of this hits home for you, if you've ever found yourself stuck in similar loops, please know you're not the only one. I'd honestly love to hear about your experiences or just what you think in the comments. Thanks so much for listening to my story.